Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the science class. Children, as you know, we have already started our chapter number 10, Respiration in Organisms. Also, I have discussed the introductory video of the chapter with you. But yesterday, due to some network connectivity with WebEx, I was not able to take the live class. Children, yesterday, before starting our content, I would like to inform you about some other things which was very important. An important instruction. Children, many of you have not submitted the activities of terrarium in NTAB. Kindly do this because I have done the markings. Those whose activity I have given them marks of subject enrichment, and those who have not done it yet, I will not give them mark of subject enrichment. Okay, so please do it and send it on NTAB as early as possible. Second important instruction is you will have to perform one more activity, that you will have to do collage making, taking the examples of physical and chemical changes. So do this second activity also and submit it within a week. Means today is 3rd of December. I want you to submit it till 10th of December on NTAB. You will have to prepare a collage considering the examples of different physical and chemical changes. So, kindly do these activities and send it through NTAB. In the next live class, I will tell you the names of the children those have not submitted their terrarium activity till the date 1st December, as I have noted down. So be present in next live class so that you will be able to know who has yet to submit their terrarium activity. Okay. So let us proceed our chapter number 10, Respiration in Organisms. Children, you know what? Why do we respire? We respire to get energy from food. Food contains stored energy, and when we respire, the food is broken down in the cells of our body. With the help of oxygen, and energy is released. Right? So this is why we respire, so that we can get energy to do all kind of work. What is this respiration? It is the process by which food, that is glucose, is broken down in the cells of the body with the help of oxygen to release energy. Right? Children, this definition is given in your textbook also. So you should understand what is this respiration actually. In this process, glucose that we take food in presence of oxygen, it gives us carbon dioxide that we release and water and energy. Since respiration takes place in the cells of the body, it is called cellular respiration. This is the chemical process of respiration, that glucose with the help of oxygen gives us carbon dioxide, water and energy. But this respiration is actually divided into two types. There are two types of respiration, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration is the respiration in which glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen. To release carbon dioxide, water and energy. Means our normal respiration is an aerobic respiration. It takes place in most of the organisms, means generally many organisms do aerobic respiration only. Right? But children, there is anaerobic respiration, means it is a respiration in which glucose, that is our food, is broken down in the absence of oxygen also to release alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy. So such kind of respirations are called as anaerobic respiration, and the organisms which survive in the absence of air, in the absence of oxygen, are called as anaerobes. In anaerobic respiration, our muscle cells glucose is broken down in the absence of oxygen to release lactic acid and energy. So this is what all about aerobic, the two types of respiration, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So children, this part we can see in your textbook as well. So here we come to a textbook part. One day Pujo was eagerly waiting to meet the grandparents who were coming to the town after a year. He was in a really hurry as he wanted to receive them at the bus stop. And he ran fast and reached the bus stop in a few minutes. He was breathing rapidly. His grandmother asked him why he was breathing so fast. So Pujo told her that he came running all the way, but the question got stuck. He wondered why running makes a person breathe faster. The answer to Pujo's question lies in understanding why we breathe. So, children, breathing is a part of our respiration. Why do we respire? Just now we have discussed that all organisms are made up of small units called cells. It is this, all of you underline the definition. A cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of an organism. So, define cell. It is the smallest structural and functional unit of the organism. And children, every cell performs certain functions like nutrition, transport, excretion, reproduction, right? So if they want to perform these activities, don't you think that they will need energy? So yes, even when we are eating, sleeping or reading, we require energy. But from where we get this energy? We cannot say it is coming. That can you say why your parents insist that you should eat all the food? After that, we will see about therefore all living organisms aspire to get energy from food, and during breathing we breathe in air. You know that air contains oxygen, we breathe out air which is rich in carbon dioxide. Children, the air we breathe, it is transported to all parts of the body and ultimately to each cell. And in the cells, oxygen in the air helps in the breakdown of food. So the process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. You can do underline in your textbook, children. And this cellular respiration takes place in the cells of all organisms. After that, in the next paragraph, you will learn about the aerobic respiration. When breakdown of glucose occurs with the use of oxygen, it is called aerobic respiration. Then you underline next to it the definition of anaerobic respiration. Food can also be broken down without using oxygen. This is called anaerobic respiration. So first you have got the equation for aerobic respiration. Glucose in the presence of oxygen gives carbon dioxide, water plus energy. And children, underline in the next paragraph that there are some organisms such as yeast that can survive in the absence of air. They are called anaerobes. And why they are called anaerobes? Because they get energy through anaerobic respiration, right? And if this process takes place in the absence of oxygen, so in that case glucose gives one more product, that is alcohol. So this is what all about aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Children, what are those yeast? You can see this blue box in your textbook. Yeast are single-celled organisms which respire anaerobically, and during this process they yield alcohol, right? And they are therefore used to make wine and beer. Because of this anaerobic respiration, it can give the product as alcohol, right? Now let us move further. Our muscles can also respire anaerobically, but only for short time when there is temporary deficiency of oxygen. Children, we can also stay for some time when there is no oxygen, but it is temporary. We cannot stay for a longer time. During heavy exercise, fast running, cycling, walking, or heavy weightlifting, the demand for energy is high, but the supply of oxygen to produce the energy is limited. So, anaerobic respiration takes place in the muscle cells to fulfill the demand of energy. And in the absence of oxygen, it also gives lactic acid plus energy. This is what the reason, children, when you do heavy exercise, the cramps occur in your muscles because when they respire anaerobically, there is a partial breakdown of glucose which produces lactic acid, and this lactic acid causes muscle cramps. So we get relief from cramps after a hot water bath or a massage. And you know that it is so. Hot water bath or massage actually improves the circulation of blood, because of which the supply of oxygen to the muscle cells increases, and the increase in the supply of oxygen, it results in the complete breakdown of lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water. So this is very important, children, why we should take the hot water bath or massage, and why our muscle cramps after doing heavy exercises. Note down these points. Now, the next thing is breathing. Let us first of all have our slides regarding breathing. Breathing is the process by which oxygen-rich air is taken in and carbon dioxide-rich air is given out with the help of the respiratory organs. And the taking in of air rich in oxygen is called as inhalation, and the giving out of air rich in carbon dioxide is called exhalation. So it is the process by which, children, oxygen rich air is taken in and carbon dioxide rich air is given out. And all this takes place with the help of respiratory organs. And this taking in air oxygen is called inhalation, and giving out air rich of carbon dioxide is called exhalation. Now it comes to the breathing rate. The number of times a person breathes in a minute is called the breathing rate. Children, you know that this number of breaths per minute is also called as breathing rate. So when we need more energy, he breathes faster, more oxygen is supplied to the cell, and more food is broken down and more energy is released. In that case, the breathing rate is faster. So there are some activities in which we have different kinds of breathing rate. While you are sleeping, you are sitting and reading, while you are walking, or while you are running. So depending upon the activities you are doing, you have different breathing rate, right? After that, during breathing, inhalation and exhalation takes place alternately. It means one inhalation plus one exhalation. So this breathing rate can be calculated, and we can do it. How do we breathe? We actually do breathing through the respiratory system, which helps in breathing. The main parts of the respiratory systems are nostrils, nasal cavity, windpipe, lungs, and diaphragm. Children, you can see the picture of these parts. Human respiratory system. During inhalation, the chest cavity increases in size and diaphragm moves down and air enters into the lungs. And during exhalation, the chest cavity reduces in size and the diaphragm moves up and air is pushed out the lungs. So we will learn about these things in a very elaborate way. First, let us have our text part of breathing. So here is an activity 10.1 for breathing. Close your nostrils and mouth tightly and look at a watch. What did you feel after some time? Of course, you are going to feel suffocation. You will not be able to breathe. So now you know that you cannot survive for long without breathing. So what is breathing, children? Do underline. Breathing means taking in air rich in oxygen and giving out air rich in carbon dioxide with the help of the respiratory organs. So this taking in of air rich in oxygen into the body is called inhalation, and giving out of air rich in carbon dioxide is known as exhalation. Children, underline up this complete paragraph up to exhalation. So from here you come to know that these are the continuous process which goes on all the time throughout the life of an organism. And all of you underline this definition of breathing rate also. The number of times a person breathes in a minute is termed as the breathing rate. So children, during breathing, inhalation and exhalation takes place alternately, and a breath means one inhalation plus one exhalation. So we can find out your breathing rate, and it can be constant or change according to the requirement of oxygen by the body. Now there is another activity, children, 10.2. We are not aware that we are breathing. However, if you try, you can count your rate of breathing. So, breathe in and out normally. Find out how many times you breathe in and out in a minute. Did you inhale the same number of times as you exhale? Now you count your breathing rate after brisk walk and after running, or record this breathing rate. Children, you can find out there is a different rate. But from this above activity, you must have realized that whenever a person needs extra energy, she breathes faster. So you will have to perform this activity in table 10.1. You have to do it not with the classmates but any 4 or 5 members of your family. Breathing rate at normal condition after a brisk walk of 10 minutes and after running fast and in rest condition. So children, calculate the breathing rate per minute of any 4 or 5 family members and complete this table, which is your assignment for today. So while you will perform this activity, you will find that underline this blue box. On an average, an adult human being at rest breathes in and out 15 to 18 times in a minute. And during heavy exercise, the breathing rate can increase up to 25 times per minute. While we exercise, not only do we breathe, but we also take deep breaths under and thus inhale more oxygen. So it speeds up the breakdown of food, more energy is released. So we can explain about the different breathing rate of a human being. So here you will need to find out the breathing rate of different person at different activities. Yes. So let us see all these things in our next class. You have your activity that you should perform table 10.1 as a homework. So till the time of our next class, stay safe, stay home. Thank you all of you.